Hey guys, today I'm bringing you a follow-up video on my most recent Helldivers 2 video, and this time I wrote a script. Are you happy now? Anyways, I'm going to address more details and break down the facts for those who aren't well informed. So with that out of the way, let's get started with some of the commenters from the previous video. I want you to take a good look at this person's comment. He had nothing to say other than, "Bro's gonna cry again." Brother, I don't remember shedding a single tear. All I remember is expressing my opinion and sharing some insight into the real problems with the game and community accordingly. Unlike you, I have the balls to point out issues, not just take it in the ass like a good little glazer. Besides, at least I'm not okay with someone's life being ruined overnight over posting a friendly charity challenge. Your type of mentality is to follow the wrong side and attack others who won't just suck up to the issues with the game and the community. Now moving on to this next comment. At first glance, I'm pretty sure I can understand the nonsense you're spouting. Having complaints about a product I bought $40 for that was falsely advertised and poorly managed is suddenly considered whining? And when was the last time you even played difficulty 10? And lastly, it is a big deal if you're talking to a fucking brick wall. Or the devs at this point. After all, it took them 2 fucking years to fix the problems with their game's coding, like Pertlight said. So anyways, now here's the last comment I'm going to break down for you so you can digest it better. First, I want to start off by saying that people complain because they know something's wrong. Most of the time, they don't even document what's been changed. And don't even get me started on the masochistic shithead bums who LARP and pretend that Helldivers 2 is real life. Speaking of real life, you don't even feel like escaping to a quote-unquote reality when you have enemies phasing through walls, projectiles not being able to destroy heavy devastator shields, and not to mention, Cyberstan was a rushed update. People cry about it because they don't want to come home after working all day to play a game they love, only to realize it's fucking shit. And also, since when were people even talking about sidearms? They were talking about primary weapons. And yeah, I have already quit playing. Enjoy the toxic community and the brain-dead skull-fucked developers who can't make up their minds. Now that I've got my point across, for these mentally barricaded glazers, I'm on to the juicy details. My first topic are the unfixed bugs and issues. Most things Narrowhead release are broken and buggy 90% of the time. And as you may have heard from fellow content creators like Delta Greg and Pertlight, they keep pushing content without at least playtesting it. I find it hilarious how some people don't see the issues, but when they do, they just say, "Oh, well that was weird." Anyways, like it's a normal thing they'll find in other games. The Bastion tank doesn't even feel like a real tank. It struggles to go over harsh terrain, and its armor is weaker than stamped sheet metal.
Buckshot shotguns, throwing knives, and even freaking Granny's elbow are destroying our vehicles at a breakneck pace.
And the turret sucks. We don't even get a fully rotational turret. And we probably never will. And just to clarify, I can't even be bothered to try the new update with the new Illuminate enemy types because they'll eventually fuck up this update to appeal to the idiots who flip-flop saying it's too easy and it's too hard. Now our next topic is about the community. I remember we had a wholesome and brotherhood-like player base. But we went from wholesome and brotherhood morals to this. It's funny how things change for better or for worse. In this case, Arrowhead doesn't care if it gets worse, as long as they have their Glazer army to dump money into their pockets to work on their next game, which by the way will probably be just as bad as Helldivers 2. That is, if they let the toxic people fester in the community. So, Narrowhead, if you want your next game to not collapse, grow a fucking spine and punish the toxic people in the community who try ruining people's lives or harass them just for voicing opinions like myself. But I forgot that you're all sensitive and you get butthurt when someone like me tries to give constructive criticism to help you out. But at this rate, I know my voice is falling off of deaf ears. Now that I have those topics out of the way, I wanted to do a bit of a rant. I've been saying this shit for roughly 2 years, and no one listened to me. Just like how Odo also tried to tell everyone that the game is not going in a great direction. I fucking love this game, but seriously, they're ruining it as we speak. The Glazers are ruining it as we speak. And finally, the devs are ruining it with their shitty ego. They could have left the balance alone, but instead, they had to dip their hands in the cookie jar and take the fruit off the forbidden tree because they think it'll bring them success. All it does is complicate things even more. All they need to do is change numbers in their coding to fix the balance. And secondly, the fact that these developers just said, "Oh, don't be mean, guys," is the most spineless shit I've ever heard. You're going to continue to be taken advantage of the more you let people walk all over you. At least people like me are trying to get the message out there to help you fix your game. But the fact that you had the audacity to drop more content that probably wasn't even playtested after my previous video on this topic boils my fucking blood. Escapism isn't going to fix these issues, even if you wanted it to. If no one is going to stand up to you, then we content creators will. So, if you guys care enough to, leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.